Hello and welcome to another Writerly Witterings. Today we're talking about pens. First of all, I've got to say, excellent cup of coffee. This is thanks to Dave from the espressoshop.co.uk, and it is home ground coffee 5-bean tweak, which is a sort of name you can conjure with, isn't it? Anyway, very tasty. Quite chocolatey, plummy notes and all that sort of thing you'd expect from someone who's a real aficionado of coffees. I like coffee. This isn't about coffee. So let's get on with it. Right, today I thought it might be useful for quite a few people if I was to talk a bit about pens, because I've got to do a little video for Appelboom Pennen in Holland. They want me to talk about my 3 favourite pens, and I thought actually talking about 3 sensibly priced pens for a lot of people could be a good idea. So that's what this is about. Basically, I thought it could be quite interesting to consider what I think might be the 3 most convenient and useful pens that you can look at, because you are probably thinking of presents for someone this Christmas and you're wondering what on earth you can get them. Here you go. I have here a selection of little pens. I have spoken about them all before, but they would make very good presents for people. So here goes, folks. First off, for someone who is going to want to write a lot, that means they're going to need a pen which is obviously inexpensive from your point of view, but also a pen that's going to be fun to use, quick to refill, and ideally, if they're writing a huge amount, something that takes an awful lot of ink. There is only one cost-effective solution here, and this is it, the TWSBI Go. What has it got? Right, well, it has a simple cap. You pull it off and there you have your nib. The main thing about this pen though is that it is really quick and easy to refill. You take off the barrel, you stick it in a pot of ink, you push down the plunger, you let the plunger go. Sometimes it sticks, but not very often. And then you have a full barrel of ink. It is that quick and easy. It's also really a very reasonable price. Doesn't have a clip, but it has got a lanyard loop, which I find actually quite interesting. I find that fun. I'll often have it dangling around my neck when I'm out and about. And I'll take this out and about because it is really very cheap. It's also very handy because you can change the nibs. It's got a variety of different nibs. Being a TWSBI, you can have extra fine, fine, medium, broad, I think double broad. You've got 1.1 stub and I think 1.5mm stub as well. So you've got a huge variety of different types of nib depending on the sort of person who you're buying for. So that is my first recommendation for Christmas this year. The second, we're looking at cost-effective pens again, is the Kaweco. The Kaweco Sport has been a popular pen now for, I think, over 100 years. It's wonderful because it's tiny. Let's put the TWSBI next to it. That's what I mean by tiny. It is almost 2 inches, I would say, shorter, well, 1.5 inches shorter than the TWSBI. So this thing will fit in the pocket, no problem at all. It doesn't come with a clip, as you can see, but you can buy a clip that fits. Doesn't matter where you buy from. That's in the wrong place. Turn it round slightly, that's better. And then you've got something that fits in your shirt pocket with great ease. The nice thing is, although it's very small, when you turn it round, the cap is large and it means you've got a full-size pen. Sticks out the top, see what I mean? Very nice, very effective. Again, a wide range of nibs. Goes from, I don't know, you've got all different types up to 1.1 stub and calligraphy pens even, would you believe? That is a really neat solution. Now I think these two are about the same price. I'm not absolutely certain. This obviously fills only from an ink bottle. That is a consideration. These take, as I can demonstrate, both ink cartridges, and you can buy, if you wish, a separate converter so that you can load it with the ink of your choice, which is nice. It gives people, when you're buying them a present, something else to look at. There's another one which is ink cartridge only, and that's this. Now this is the Tasche, which is like the Kaweco, very, very small. It's even smaller than the Kaweco by about a centimetre. Just put that on top, demonstrate the difference in the sizes. So the Tasche is very, very slim. It's metal, feels good in the hand, and when you take the section out, you can see that most of the nib and so on is in a very, very long cap, so that when you cap it, it makes for actually a large size pen. Now I haven't reviewed this pen yet because after I got it, I lost it. I couldn't figure out where it was. Ink cartridge in there. And it took me over a year to discover that the reason why I couldn't find it was my son had stolen it and he was using it for his schoolwork. That was great. I discovered it and I thought, aha, I've got the pen back. And it disappeared again, and I couldn't figure out why for at least 9 months. And then a few weeks ago my wife came in and said, have you got a new cartridge for this? I've run out. So now I've got it back, and she can't have it until I put a new cartridge in it. But this, I find, is a delightful little pen. Very good looks. I like the Kaweco still. Very much a classic style, 1920s sort of thing. And it works really well. I like the fact it's slightly fatter. That size of barrel just suits my hand a little bit better. But that's entirely personal taste. And if you're buying for someone who hasn't got a fountain pen already but you think would like them, that could be a really good option, the Tasche. There's only one other thing I would suggest if you're thinking about presents for people. I've spoken about these before. This is a little Kaweco ink cartridge dispenser. It has a knurled knob at the bottom. As you turn it, it spits out ink cartridges. Isn't that neat? And of course the one thing you are likely to need if you want to get a dispenser is you probably need some ink cartridges. This is my own personal favourite, the Regal selection from Diamine. I bought one box and then I lost it. I'm good at this, you're probably realising. And so I had to buy a second box. Wasn't cheap. And then as soon as the second box arrived, I rediscovered the first box. So I've got quite a lot of these ink cartridges now. But they are superb. It gives you 4 of each of Royal Blue, Imperial Blue, Emerald, Monaco Red and Imperial Purple. The Emerald I'm not so hot on, but all of the other inks I think are superb. So that's a really good selection if you want to get something for someone for Christmas. So cost effective, all of them. Good value, all of them. Each of them does a slightly different job. These two do a very similar job, but one with a cartridge converter, one without. And this does a superb job if you just want to be able to write for hours and hours and hours and hours, and then quickly refill. Thanks all for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you're enjoying a good Christmassy month, and I will speak to you soon. If you want to, you can help support the channel. There's a Patreon link down the bottom, or you can like it and subscribe it and share it and You know what I'm talking about. Thank you very much for watching. I'm off now because my coffee's run out. Bye bye.